Alright, hey guys, it's me, Brian. Sorry for the halo effect. For some reason, my case covers part of the lens. I don't know, I'm getting tired of it, but oh well, that's how it goes. But today I got a pretty cool video. Um, I got my comics out of storage. Most of them are probably reader copies now because I was young and I didn't know how to take care of them. But some of them come like that from um, storage houses. There's a place not too far from where we live anyway. Um, I got some out of storage houses, but I'm just going to show y'all some of the or what I thought was the cooler copies or cooler covers. I mean, sorry, and some of my CGC and PGX graded comics. But all right, enough talking. Let's get to the books. Um, and some of these are bent because they've been in storage, but that's okay. I still think they're kind of cool. But first up is a steel sealed copy of Rise of the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider number 31. See, it's kind of bent right there, but that's okay. No big deal. Um, Next up is a pretty cool comic, I think. It's Image Comics Spawn and Batman team up. I think that's a cool comic. Anyway, um, this is one of them books I was telling you about that come from the storage houses, or yeah. This is a Valiant comic. Um, it's Visitor number 1. So I thought that was kind of cool. And here's a comic. I probably need to rebag and board most of these. They've been in storage for a couple years now. Here's a comic book that you got with a set of playing cards, and this is X-Men the movie special from Wizards. It's number 1. I thought that was kind of cool. And y'all may remember these. I remember getting them. The X-Men comics that you used to be able to pick up from Pizza Hut. This is issue number 2. Still sealed. So yeah, I kept this from my childhood. For some reason, I thought it may be worth some money one day, but I don't really think they are, unless you got the whole set, and I don't. But anyway, I thought that was cool. Um, I wish I had the whole set of these. Um, Especially since they're talking about rebooting the movie series. But I'm trying to find the number on this one. Okay, there it is. Yeah, this is the Crow Walking Nightmares. Yeah, Walking Nightmares 1 of 4. Um, I doubt these are worth anything. Um, but who knows? They may jump up when the new movie gets released. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Um, Here's another Valiant comic. Um, I know the revamped issues are pretty hot right now, but I just seen I had one of these in my collection. I actually have a few. I think I got one more I'm going to show y'all. It's XO Man of War number 28. I thought that was a cool cover. This next up is a Malibu comic. I hadn't seen too many of these being shown, which there's probably a good reason for it. But I forgot actually that I had these, or had this one. I mean, it's the best of Street Fighter #1. I thought that was a cool cover. Oh, and #2, I didn't even notice I had one on the back. That's cool. And these are in no particular order either. I just got them out. And here's another one of the sealed Rise of the Midnight Suns. I mean, it still has the poster and everything. I'm sure most of y'all have the complete set of these. I don't. I only have a couple, but it is what it is, you know. Here's another Rise of the Midnight Suns. Still, it has the poster in it, like I mentioned before. But here's one I never heard of. It's a Dark Horse comic. It's called Catalyst Agents of Change. It is I'm not sure if it's issue 4. It says week 4 on it, so I'm guessing that's issue 4. I thought it was a pretty cool cover. It's not the greatest, but I thought it was cool. Next up is a Superboy comic, which I have a couple of these, but they're all in pretty rough shape because they come out of storage boxes, storage houses. But yeah, I wish they were better, but I just wanted to show it because it's one of my older comics. It is Superboy number 47, I think. Yeah, 47. I thought that was a cooler older cover. And he's smashing through the wall there. I actually don't know who that is, so if you might know who that guy is that he's putting through the wall, put it in the comments below. But I just wanted to show that one off. Here's another Malibu comic. This is Breed 2 #1. It's got that cool gold foil cover on it. I like that. Again, I doubt any of these are worth any money. I just wanted to show them off. I'll show you that one again, just to shiny. Okay, next up is yeah, but you probably seen it just then. I don't know. Image Spawn #4 and Spawn #5. Next up is, I think, probably one of the coolest covers I have. I just think this cover looks absolutely amazing. Another Image comic. Another Spawn comic. Spawn #25. That cover is just absolutely awesome. I love that cover. I'll try to, yeah. Hope y'all can see that. Anyway, I love that cover. Next up is Marvel Comics. I thought this one was pretty cool. This is the Amazing Spider-Man #19, Venom Through the Looking Glass. I thought that cover was cool. all you Venom fans out there, I'm sure y'all like that one. And looks like my case is getting covered. My cameras are getting covered worse by my case. Sorry about that. Next up is some of these pages are, the interiors are pretty rough, especially on this one. Like I said, it's been in storage forever. But the cover is actually nice and clean. Well, there's a little bit of dog ear on the bottom right hand corner. But other than that, I thought this cover was cool. It's The Adventures of Superman, number 431. I thought that cover was cool. That's good artwork. At least I think, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I like that cover. Okay, and this comic's actually in pretty decent shape, actually. But again, I don't know if it's worth anything. I doubt it is. It's Superman by Jurgens and Breeding, number 94. Dead Again. I like that cover. And somebody actually put this comic book in upside down. It flaps down here at the bottom. But I like that cover. Okay, next up. Serious Comics. I think is how you say it. Crypt of Dawn 2, number 2. I love that cover. That's an awesome cover. I never read this comic book. So leave in the comments below if you've actually read any of these Crypt of Dawn comics. I hadn't read any. Actually, believe it or not, I haven't read any of these comics. Because I just picked them up because they're comics. Here's a comic or company. Both the comic and the company I never heard of. Man, I can't talk. It's by Heroic Publishing and is The League of Champions, issue number 9. I just tossed this one in here because, I don't know, I thought it might be rare. I doubt it. It's probably one of them ones that's got like 10 million copies of it or something. Anyway, I've never heard of it, so I tossed it in. Got some cool Jim Lee art here on the cover of Wildcats number 3. I like his artwork. Well, let me move my hand out of the way so you can see it better. Yeah, love that artwork. That's cool. Again, this one probably won't be worth money unless you have the whole set. And still, probably after that, it probably won't be worth money. The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 195. The Death of Vermin, part 2. I just tossed that in there because I like the cover. A big dog pile. Spider-Man. And below him, that's cool. Hand reaching up. I like that cover. This comic book is actually not that bad a condition. I mean, it's kind of rough. You could tell it's old, or older, I should say. It's Ambush Bug, starring in Action Comics. number 75. So I guess it's actually Action Comics number 75. Which, I don't know. Y'all tell me how it is on there. I like that cover. Ambush Bug on the ladder over Superman. I thought that was funny. Okay. And I'm sure that everybody has a copy of this. But I figured I'd toss it in anyway. It is the Infinity Gauntlet number 1. And reading the card on the back. It's signed by George Pierce, I think is what it says. Let's see. Profits from this sale goes to help the juvenile diabetes. Yeah. One of 3,500. So it's number 2002 of 3,500. Sorry that took so long. I was reading this card. But, yeah. Hope I got his name right. Again, this is a comic that I've never heard of. It is a Malibu comic. It is X Mutants number 13. All new creative team. It says Genesis. I just like the cover. It's an older book. Thought I'd toss it in. Okay, next up is based on the hit animated series Spider-Man Comics number 1. Only 99 cents. Got Spider-Man fighting Kraven. I like that cover. And on the back, we have Professor Xavier and the X-Men. First spectacular issue, only 99 cents. Marvel's most famous mutant team from the beginning. I thought that cover was cool too. Next up, this is an older comic, is the only reason why I throw it in. It is The New Defenders, number 133. It says the name in the water, but I can't read it. Anyway, y'all may know what I'm talking about. I like that cover. It's an older comic. Okay. Next up, another Malibu comic by Wolfman and McManus. The Man Called Axe, or The Man Called AX. I think it's Axe. Issue 1, 1 of 5. The shiny gold cover. I like that cover. I would have liked it if it wasn't gold. That looks cool. And I ain't heard people talk about these. Let me know in the comments if you actually have some of these. This is the Twilight Zone #9. Full color with spectacular 3D segment. It's even got the glasses. I thought that was neat. Got the 3D holographic piece in the middle. That clown looks cool. I like that. Next up, I don't know if it was Scott running with comics or who it was, but somebody was talking about the Legends crossover comics, and this is the Adventures of Superman number 426. So I thought I'd toss that in since somebody was talking about them. I'm not sure who, but yeah, I figured I'd toss that in there. The cover's pretty cool too. Next up is Giant Size Special Captain Marvel #1. The Supersonic Sensation Reborn. I tossed that in because it was an older comic and it was a #1. But I like the cover too. Next up is Ghost Rider #29. One of my all-time favorite covers. We have Wolverine fighting Ghost Rider. That is just cool. I like that. And here we have Ghost Rider #39. Another awesome cover. Vengeance is mine. We have Vengeance picking up Ghost Rider over his head. That's awesome. I like Vengeance. I know I'm probably going to take a lot of slack for this, but I wasn't a big fan of the movies. I don't know why, but I just thought that Ghost Rider could have been done better. Next up, Lady Death #3 by Chaos Comics. I like that cover, which I'm a big fan of swords, so the sword in the middle, I like that. It's cool. That's cool. Dusty. Next up, Image Comics. Image Comics. I'm doing all this one take, so Image Comics Image Comics Wildcats Trilogy #2. Awesome cover. I like that. I can't remember her name. I used to know it, but help me out if y'all know it. But love that cover. Here's one that I got from a flea market. Since Howler Mouse done his flea market haul, I figured I'd toss this one in there. It's a DC comic. Giant Killer #1. Kind of reminds me of Hellboy in a way. Let me know if y'all have heard of this book. I never heard of it before. And here's a superhero that I actually never heard of before. I just stuck it in because included it because that's an older comic. Starman number 14, featuring Superman. I like that cover. I hope y'all can see that pretty good. Try not to have the glare on it. But yeah. Sorry. Next up, I'm not sure. I don't think I have the whole set of these, but I just included it because I like the cover. Dark Horse Comics, Terminator, Hunters and Killers, number 3 of 3. I like that cover. Cover's cool. It looks like I can't remember if it's the Schwarzenegger was a T200, I think. So I think he's a T100, or I might have that backwards. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. I think that's him. And Universal Soldier, based on the major motion picture, part 2 of 3 by Now Comics. I don't know. I like that cover for some reason. So I figured I'd toss it in there. Next up is Image Comic. Is Shadowhawks number 17, featuring Spawn. I like that cover. Cover's cool. I like Spawn. Here's another older comic. Marvel comic. The West Coast Avengers, number 41. Go away. Haven't you tortured me enough, Phantom Rider? So I thought that was kind of cool. It's got the floating heads. I know how much y'all like floating heads. So I tossed that one in there. Next, next up is a comic I'm sure most of y'all have. This comic is actually in a pretty decent shape. It's the Uncanny X-Men number 268. I like that cover. I think when I looked this one up, it was like worth $20. So I was like, that's cool. And on the back, apparently, I have the Uncanny X-Men number 222, which is another cool comic. Got Wolverine, and he's got Sabretooth pinned up against the wall, about to stab him in the chest. I like that one. That was cool. And this is probably my oldest comic I have. I have two old comics. One's graded and one's not. And the only reason why I got them graded is because I didn't want them getting worse. To be honest with you, they're probably not even worth getting graded. I just didn't want them to get worse. It's Detective Comics. Number 318. Um, the extra long Batman adventure, the Catman Strikes Back. I just seen him on Batman Brave and the Bold yesterday. Or, no, it was Saturday I watched it. Anyway, I didn't know I had one with him in it, so that's cool. So yeah, I like that cover, and that's a awesome classic cover. And next up, this isn't really a comic. I just thought I'd show it because I ain't seen one in a while. And it's unopened, but it's got like little pinholes in it down there in the corner. But still, I guess it's unopened. A sealed Wizard magazine. So I thought that was kind of weird that I still had that for some reason. It's got free Jim Lee's Divine Right Chrome card in it, which is right up there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's cool. From 97. November of 97. $4.55 we used to pay for those. Okay, next up. I wish this one was in better condition because I've looked this up already, and this one's actually worth some money too. The Amazing Spider-Man number 250. Special normal sized 250th issue. Should the face of death behold. Oh, I completely messed that up. Behold the face of death. Hobgoblin. That's a cool cover. It's got him up there saying in the corner, "It's great, steal it." That's funny. And on the back, Spider-Man and the X Factor. Shadow Games, number 1. Part 1 of 3. Direct edition. And this one is signed, but I can't read the name. And it's signed right there. I hope y'all can see that. Anyway. Yeah. I just thought that was cool since it's signed, and I tossed it in there. Next up, Jim Lee cover. Wildcats number 2. Shiny foil cover. That's cool. Which I wouldn't mind watching that TV show again. I used to like watching that and Savage Dragon and the Mortal Kombat cartoon that they had on, I want to say it was USA Network. Okay, next up, this book's in surprisingly good shape too. Superman number 110. It says Superman and Plastic Man. I like that cover. It's funny. Okay, I'm sure everybody has a copy of this because it's one of them popular comics. But Superman, issue 75. It's the death of Superman, and this version is the one that's got the blue writing at the bottom. I want to say that's how you could tell that and the Superman logo. I want to say that other variants had different coloring on it. Next up, Wolverine number 38, Death in Venice. I think this is like one of my top 5 favorite covers. Got Wolverine, or robotic Wolverine, choking out Wolverine. I thought it was cool. And here's another older comic that they rebooted. This is Harbinger 29. Did I already do this one? I might have had 2 of these. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show it just in case. Harbinger 29. I like that cover. Next up, Marvel Comics, Ghost Rider number 80, The Eater of Souls. And if I'm not mistaken, I think issue 80 was the last issue of the first run, or first volume of comics. I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was anyway. Anyway. I like that. That's cool. Again, here's another comic that Valiant rebooted. This is Bloodshot number 1. Shiny cover. I like that. Okay. Next up, The Death of Superman, Still Sealed, and the white poly bag with the card. Okay. Next up is The Death of Superman, Still Sealed, and the black poly bag. If I'm not mistaken, those are worth more still sealed in the poly bag than they are out of it. Next up is another Image comic of another superhero that I never heard of. And this is Supreme Volume 2, Issue 1. It's got this shiny lettering at the top of it. I thought it was a cool cover. Okay, now it comes down to my autograph comics. And this is XO Database number 1 from Valiant Comics. And again, it's signed, but I cannot read the name. So if y'all know who signed this, let me know. I tried to get It's on this side. My bad. Can y'all read that? I know it's in silver writing and it's probably hard, but let me know if y'all know who that is. Yeah, and it got a card on the back of it. Alright. Next up is Lightning Comics. Helena, Taking Back the Night. Number 1. Autographed. This is the Dynamic Forces. Hold on. This is to certify that this comic is signed and numbered edition of Helena Taking Back the Night number 1. Each copy is signed by Helena, co-creator and writer Stephen Zakowski, and shipped in a Wizard My Guard, with this certificate of authenticity enclosed. It's number 436 of 1200, so right there in the middle. Not a bad number. So yeah, I like that cover. There's the autograph. Next up is another Image comic that I looked up, and I didn't pay this much for it. It's Union number 1, foil cover, autographed. By Mark Texeira, yeah, Mark Texeira, number 90. And it don't say of, wait, there it is. Limited series of 5,000. So wow, this is number 90. So I got a pretty decent high number, but I like that cover anyway. And sorry this video is taking so long. I just wanted to show y'all since I put them out of storage. Okay, now we're getting to the cool stuff. We have a Legends and Lore trifold. Okay, this case ain't covering up too much. What we have here is Venom, the Warrior Within. 1, 2, and 3. Signed by artist Bob McLeod. And this is number 4 of 1,000. So this is pretty cool. I hope y'all can see that. Anyway, yeah, there we go. The autograph on this one here is kind of smudged off, but there ain't nothing I can do about that. It's still sealed and everything. So I thought, I want to say I paid like $25 for this on eBay. Alright, and now for my PGX, and he's bald. Yes, I am. PGX and CGC comics. This was the other old comic that I told y'all about. I only got it graded because I didn't want it getting worse. And like I said, it probably wasn't worth getting graded. But this is World's Finest number 112 from 1960. And it's graded at a 3.0. You don't see that? Sorry for the glare. I thought that cover was cool. And next up is, I picked this up for like $20 on eBay. This is like one of the first CGC comics I ever had, or graded comics I've ever had, I should say. And this is Superman number 75, The Death of Superman, Tombstone cover, graded at a 9.2. I like that cover, and I'm sure Scott and a couple other people wouldn't be sad to see that right there, myself included. But anyway, I like that cover. I hope y'all can see it. Hope it ain't too shiny. And here's another CGC graded, which the case is kind of cracked on the side. It's got tape on it right there, but the comic can't be got to. So it is Superman: The Legacy of Superman number 1. Sign. By Don Jurgens, I think is what it says. Number 2027 at a 5,000, graded at a 9.4. So nice mid number. And finally, the last comic. Wow, that case is covering it bad, but oh well. I hope y'all can look past it. I picked this up off eBay for $17. CGC Universal grade 9.4. Superman Batman number 8. 9.4. The variant sketch cover. I couldn't pass that up for $17. So that's all my cool comic books. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Sorry for the case being in the corner.